She snatched it. She's like, you better.
Now,
That's cool.
my brother died. I've been away for 3 weeks because of his fucking death. I'm back. He's got to fuck with me, and now I can't get home. So, ask me what you want.
They can deny you boarding for any reason.
That's fine. They denied me
and it sounds like they just
now
denied you boarding. What did you consume alcohol tonight?
What?
Did you consume alcohol tonight?
One drink on the plane.
On the plane here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then...
This footage was recorded on December 15th, 2024 by the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport Police Department. 3 legal questions define this encounter. First, what constitutes probable cause for a public intoxication arrest under Texas law? Second, where does airline authority end and police arrest authority begin? Third, when does a voluntary statement become self-incriminating evidence?
How are y'all?
Good.
Okay.
So what's...
Huh?
So
this lady right here that's waving at y'all to come talk to her, she smells of alcohol. The agent asked, hey, can I see your ID to get your new boarding pass? She went to going off screaming, oh, it's like, why are you asking for my ID? They never asked for my ID. So the agent called me over. I'm like, ma'am, it's policy for us to identify who you are.
Right.
And she's like, no, y'all have never done this. You're racial profiling me. And I'm like, ma'am, this is And so that's when I smelled the alcohol. So I'm like, ma'am, have you did my checks? Have you had anything to drink today? Do you feel okay? So
yeah.
What are you worried about it? You shouldn't be worried about it.
What's her name?
Hey, just say what he's saying about me to him?
Absolutely. I'll come talk to you if you just want to go hang back out over there.
Can I hear what he's saying? Because I think it's false.
Well, okay.
Let me talk to you for 1 second.
All right.
All right, so...
but, yeah,
you asked her about how much she had or whatever, and what she said?
And she's like, you should tell me that's none of my fucking business. Okay. So I said, okay, ma'am, well, unfortunately, I can't smell it, and I have the right to ask this question before you board.
Yeah.
She's like, no, don't, you're racial profiling. I'm like, ma'am, no, I'm not. So I said, okay, if you feel okay, I can board you. She's like, well, yeah, you have no choice. So I went to give her a boarding pass. She snatched it. She's like, you better. And I said, oh, absolutely not. Step off. So I pulled her.
So you guys were going to let her on?
Yeah, I was going to let her on, and then she snatched it. And then
after the snatch, it just kind of draw the line there.
So then I was like, oh, absolutely not. Because I don't let you scream and cuss at the agent, scream and cuss at me, and I was still going to let you go. Okay. And then you snatched it and keep cussing and screaming, so absolutely not. Get off.
Okay.
And
where's her flight to?
She was going to...
Kentucky.
No, she was on a flight that just went out. I don't even remember where it was going, to be honest.
Are you dealing with the flight that's coming?
Here, okay. Let me talk to you here for 1 second.
All right. That's good. I've never been in a police situation.
You mind if I
63 years.
Hey, quick question. We're good. We can talk right here. You good here? Or?
I'm just gonna sit down because I'm not going to be here for a fucking night now.
That's cool.
My brother died. I've been away for 3 weeks because of his fucking death. I'm back. He's got to fuck with me, and now I can't get home. So ask me what you want. I mean, breathalyze me if you want.
Well, so I don't
People can verbalize anything they want and not be drunk and not be arrestable.
No, so I just got here. I don't even know what's happening.
I don't know what he thinks. What he's objecting to is I snatched quickly from someone at the gate my pass because it had taken so long to get it. And
do you mind if I see your ID?
What?
Do you mind if I see your ID?
What?
Your ID? Can I see your ID?
Yes.
Thank you.
No problems.
Thank you.
I'm a freaking multi-millionaire, and I never cost
Appreciate y'all.
Yep. He got a little pissed off that I snatched something from a black lady that he didn't think a white lady should snatch like that. And he's like, nah, you're going to be arrested. And now I'm getting shut out for my free flight after my brother's funeral. 3 weeks I've been away. He didn't like the way I snatched something out of someone's hand at the gate. She had the thing, and I said snatch because it had taken so long, and I snatched it. He didn't like the way I snatched it. So that's a black thing. He didn't like the way I snatched the thing from the black lady.
I'll let you talk.
and I tried to snatch it. Well, she was handing me my ticket back. At least I scanned it. And after so much frustration, I snatched it like that. I snatched it because I wanted to get on the plane to get back to my family. I've been away from 3 weeks. December, my brother died. I lost Thanksgiving, everything else. He sees me snatch that. And I didn't mean to snatch it from her. It was in my own mind. Snatch, get on the plane. He didn't like the way it looked. Calls the cops, and now I can't go home on my free flight.
Okay.
Free flight.
Okay, but if they can deny you boarding for any reason,
That's fine. They denied me
and it sounds like they just
now
denied you boarding.
Now I got to figure out what I'm going to do.
Yeah. So what is?
I got a free flight.
No, not tonight. Not with
Well,
American.
I did.
So what is your plans?
I have no plans. I'm asking you. You tell me your plans. Ask that black guy what his plans are. What is his plan for me? Do I have a plan? Do I need to get a hotel?
Yeah. How did you get here?
A flight from Omaha, Nebraska, where my brother died 3 weeks ago. On his couch, 58 years old.
Where did you consume alcohol tonight?
What?
Did you consume alcohol tonight?
One drink on the plane.
On the plane here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then
Texas Penal Code Section 49.02 defines public intoxication as appearing in a public place while intoxicated to a degree that may endanger the person or another. This is a Class C misdemeanor. Texas law does not require a chemical breath test or a blood draw. Observable signs alone are legally sufficient to establish probable cause. Observable signs in this case include odor of alcohol reported by the gate agent, elevated vocal tone, and rapid, pressured speech observed by responding officers. Critically, the subject also provided a voluntary admission during the encounter, stating she consumed 1 alcoholic drink on the inbound flight. Under Bergquist v. Tompkins, 560 U.S. 370, decided in 2010, voluntary statements made before any custodial interrogation are fully admissible without Miranda warnings. The subject was not in custody when she made that admission. She was engaged in a voluntary field interview. The statement stands as admissible evidence. A separate legal framework governs the airline's boarding denial. Under Title 49 of the United States Code, Section 44,902, carriers hold independent civil authority to refuse transport for safety reasons. That authority is entirely separate from the criminal arrest power of a peace officer. The airline does not need probable cause. The officer does. These are two parallel and independent legal mechanisms. The subject's argument that the airline had no right to deny boarding conflates a civil carrier decision with a constitutional arrest analysis. They are governed by different bodies of law.
Why does he think I snatched because she was giving me a hard time? What's the problem? They served me the alcohol on the plane.
Okay.
On the way here.
The problem is if the way you are conducting yourself.
I was not conducting myself anyway. He looked at it a certain way. All I did was snatch because there was there was delay, and I snatched it, and he didn't like the way an offense. He says, yes, I can tell you that snatching like that is an offense. Okay. Well, I waited and waited and waited in line, and finally I got my ticket, so I snatched it.
Do you know what today is?
Yes, I know what today is.
What is today?
Well, today I've been going for 3 days, 3 weeks, and today is Sunday. I'm trying to finally get back to my family.
Do you know what time it is?
Yeah, well, I lost my flight. I guess it's like almost 8.
Now looking
well,
at your phone.
I don't know what time it is because I knew what time I had to get on my plane. Okay. And I know I'm getting, maybe you should ask me what time I was going to get into Asheville and when my husband's going to pick me up, and that's 10:30. Okay. I've already told him to pick me up at 10:30. So whatever time it is now, I go from Omaha to Dallas to Asheville. Of course I don't know what time it is. I just know what time I'm leaving. And now I've lost my flight. He told me I couldn't make my flight. Right. So he told me just because of the way I snatched that one paper ticket
maybe
like
it was,
this big.
Maybe it was because you were causing a disturbance.
I was not causing a disturbance. He didn't like the way I snagged it. I asked him. I said, are you telling me That the way I snatched, no, I want to explain again because you didn't understand by what you just said. I said to that black guy, I said, it's the way
Black,
I
white,
snatched
doesn't
my
matter.
ticket, that's all I did? That made you do that? And he said, yes, that's all that took me. If you snatch a ticket aggressively.
They were going to let you fly. They were.
Yes.
Okay.
And I snatched it. They'd
Your-
already scanned
Your
it.
actions caused you not to get
I
it.
snatched something like this with my hand, like this, like this. I did not say anything negative to her.
You think she's
I just picked up a little fast.
Bridget, place your phone down, stand up, turn around for me.
Okay.
Turn around for me.
Okay, I got it all. Wait.
Nope. You're being placed under arrest for public intoxication.
Okay, can you take my breath?
On the Fourth Amendment, question, was the arrest constitutionally supported? The Supreme Court in Graham v. Connor, 490 U.S. 386, established that the reasonableness of a seizure is judged from the perspective of a reasonable officer at the moment of the decision, not in hindsight. At the moment of arrest, the officer possessed a third-party report of alcohol odor, behavioral observations consistent with intoxication, and the subject's own admission of prior alcohol consumption. Under the totality standard affirmed in Illinois v. Wardlow, 528 U.S. 119, that combination satisfies probable cause for a Class C misdemeanor. The subject requested a breathalyzer test at the moment of arrest. The officer declined. That declination is lawful. Texas law imposes no obligation on officers to administer field chemical testing for a public intoxication determination. However, the refusal to test when a subject specifically disputes intoxication creates an evidentiary gap. A voluntary test, if available, would have strengthened the probable cause record and foreclosed subsequent legal challenge. On First Amendment grounds, the subject's profanity, verbal frustration, and assertions of racial profiling are constitutionally protected speech. The Supreme Court established this in City of Houston v. Hill, 482 U.S. 451 in 1987. Verbal conduct, however offensive, cannot independently support an arrest. The arrest here did not rest on what the subject said. It rested on observable signs and her own admission. That distinction is critical. Additionally, the subject's endangerment exposure is relevant. A person intoxicated, emotionally distressed, stranded at a major international airport late at night with no accommodation plan satisfies the self-endangerment prong of Section 49.02. Texas courts have confirmed that endangerment includes self-endangerment. The officer's welfare inquiry into the subject's plans for the night was both tactically sound and legally relevant to that analysis. Regarding the custodial arrest authority, the Supreme Court in Atwater v. City of Lago Vista, 532 U.S. 318, confirmed that a full custodial arrest for a minor offense is constitutionally permissible where probable cause exists. A Class C public intoxication charge qualifies. The arrest itself is not constitutionally defective on the basis of the offense's severity.
Look, I don't want your breath.
No, but a look of intoxication is not intoxication.
Okay.
All right. Whatever. Who's going to take my stuff?
It's going to come with you.
Oh my God, my phone's on the floor.
I'll grab it.
Can we put it in this upper zipper?
We will get
I'll
it.
Put it in the upper zipper. Can I see you do that right now so I know where it is?
As soon as he moves you back here.
Well, I'd like to see that before I go. Thank you.
Oh, hi.
Hi, sorry.
Did you want to?
That's so crazy.
Would you like to do that?
Yes, I will.
Absolutely.
So crazy.
I can go out to the car.
In front of it. Okay.
Yeah. No reason. I mean, do it right here.
There you go. Oh, wow, you guys are serious. I'm all good.
Was this all that you were traveling with?
I'm gonna, yeah, I have 2 bags checked in.
All right.
Frequent flyer travel.
All right. 47.
47.
One in custody, PI.
Three, she's one in custody for PI at 1926.
Is there any point where they took a blood alcohol? And they
I don't.
They're wrong?
I'm not asking for your blood alcohol.
Well, I know, but I wish someone would because then I could just say I was just like, they were the dicks that were making me do shit. And I just snatched the ticket in an irrational way. According to them.
The officer receives a grade of B. Probable cause was established through appropriate observation and voluntary admission. The field interview prior to arrest reflects sound investigative judgment. No force was used beyond handcuffing. Demeanor was professional throughout. The deduction reflects one procedural gap, declining to administer a voluntary breathalyzer when the subject specifically disputed intoxication, reduced the quality of the evidentiary record without legal necessity. The subject receives a grade of C+. The personal circumstances, bereavement, 3 weeks of travel, emotional exhaustion are significant mitigating factors. They do not, however, alter the legal analysis. The subject's voluntary admission of prior alcohol consumption during a non-custodial encounter was the most consequential, self-incriminating act in this footage. Exercising the right to remain silent would have been the legally sound choice. Sustained verbal aggression toward airline staff escalated the original situation. Physical compliance during the arrest prevented further legal exposure. The request for chemical testing demonstrated awareness of her own sobriety, but was legally ineffective given the officer's statutory authority. The gate agent receives a grade of B+. Requesting identification before issuing a new boarding pass is standard procedure. Contacting law enforcement upon perceiving signs of intoxication is appropriate under federal aviation safety standards. The initial decision to allow boarding, despite the confrontation, reflects a reasonable attempt to de-escalate. The boarding denial that followed was exercised within the carrier's lawful authority under Title 49. 3 practical lessons emerge from this encounter. First, in a voluntary encounter with law enforcement, anything stated before arrest is admissible. The Fifth Amendment right to remain silent applies in pre-custodial interactions and should be exercised strategically. Second, airline boarding authority and police arrest authority are legally independent. A carrier's refusal to transport is a civil safety determination. It does not require, and is not governed by, the same probable cause standard as a criminal arrest. Third, observable behavioral signs are sufficient for a public intoxication arrest in Texas. Disputing intoxication without chemical evidence places the evidentiary burden on the subject, not the officer. Requesting a test does not compel one. The outcome of any criminal proceeding arising from this arrest remains unknown at the time of this analysis. Charges of public intoxication under Texas Penal Code Section 49.02 carry no jail term for a first offense, only a fine not to exceed $500. However, the collateral consequences, missed flight, disrupted travel, public arrest record significantly exceed the statutory penalty. That disproportion is a recurring feature of airport law enforcement encounters. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content on police court interactions.